leaving one career behind to become the sound of 90s/2000s R&B, and then marrying someone half his age. You'll be saying, "Oh brother," about this Sister Sister star. Once he snagged the role of Roger Evans in Sister Sister at the age of 12, Marques Houston experienced a life most child stars could only dream of. As his acting career began, his career as a tween music artist peaked. Before Sister Sister, his group, Immature, which included Jerome Jones and Kelton Kesey, released their most notable album, Playtime Is Over, in 1994. While completing his acting obligations, Immature released 2 more albums from 1995 to 1997. Though Houston saw great success from both ventures at the time, he thought that his portrayal of Roger would impact his identity as a growing musician. As a result, Houston decided to step away from the show to focus on his music career. In an episode of TV1 TV's Uncensored, Houston explained how his departure affected his growth as an artist. He said it helped that he stopped doing Sister Sister.
Had I gone for 2 more seasons, I think that image would have been just printed and stuck in people's heads.
Houston explained that he thought he probably wouldn't have had a career after that. Luckily for him, this decision turned out to be the right one. As a solo act, he found noteworthy success through 7 full-length studio albums, with his 3rd album, Veteran, peaking at #1 on Billboard's top R&B/hip-hop albums chart. Though Marques Houston is well known for his role in Sister Sister, the Never Lie singer also became synonymous with ex-record executive Chris Stokes, who managed Houston and his group Immature. Stokes, whose professional reputation has taken a hit in recent years from rumors regarding his malpractice as a manager, has been behind the careers of various music acts throughout the 90s and 2000s. His position as a label owner eventually transitioned into entrepreneurship, and Houston would follow him throughout his pursuits. Before the numerous collaborative efforts they'd showcase over the years, however, the two were responsible for the birth of another notable music group that won the hearts of teenage girls. In his interview with Vlad TV, Houston revealed that he was involved forming the boy band B2K. Playing off the Y2K moniker, the group included Raz B, Lil Fizz, Houston's cousin J Boog, and most notably Omarion. According to Houston, this effort was primarily due to Immature wanting to manage another music collective.
You know, we kind of just had a hand in helping put together B2K, training them and stuff like that.
Their short-lived run as a group didn't stop them from seeing massive success. After releasing 3 albums, however, the group eventually split due to mistreatment under management. Although this meant the end for B2K, Houston's involvement in their formation helped birth the illustrious careers of 4 different individuals. After Sister Sister, Houston primarily focused on music, only picking up short acting roles from 2001 to 2003. By 2004, Houston and Chris Stokes set out to create the hip-hop dance movie You Got Served. Alongside Houston was his ex-protege Omarion and the entirety of B2K. The film followed Elgin, played by Houston, and David, played by Omarion, using their street dancing pastimes to enter a $50,000 competition to open their own studio. Houston went on to credit Stokes' vision for the film for why it was successful. You Got Served skyrocketed to the #1 spot in the United States on its opening weekend. In addition to earning over $50 million worldwide, the movie became a fan favorite and influenced other dance films in the late 2000s. In a 2022 interview with Your Voice Media, interviewer Ty Cole asked Houston about the possibility of him revisiting the classic. He responded, "I don't know, Sometimes you got to just leave those classics alone, but you never know." As You Got Served continued to excel at the box office, Marques Houston used this time to guest star in the UPN sitcom One on One. Starring alongside Kyla Pratt and Flex Alexander, the Los Angeles native played Flex's prodigal brother, Kevin Barnes, who eventually takes over his family's barbershop. Despite his short-lived appearances on the show, the premise alone was enough to grant Houston the opportunity to star in the spinoff Cuts in 2005. UPN greenlit the side project, and the spinoff aired while One on One was on its last leg. In addition to reprising his role as Kevin Barnes, Houston starred alongside Shannon Elizabeth, Chandrella Avery, and Edward Fordham Jr. for the barbershop-themed sitcom. The series was set up for success, as it had guest stars ranging from Cat Williams to Omarion. Unfortunately, the slew of guest celebrity appearances wasn't enough to make the show last for more than 2 seasons. In 2006, Cuts was canceled. While there is no public reason as to why this was the case, it appeared to be partly due to low ratings and conflicting wants from the network. 2006 was also the year UPN merged with WB to form what's now known as the CW. Since the brand's combined effort meant that various network originals would be canned, many believe that Cuts was just one of many that were canceled during this time. After honing his talents in music and acting, Houston unlocked a new passion he never knew he had: writing. In 2012, Houston put these skills to work and released his first written screenplay titled Battlefield America. This interest in writing eventually led Houston to his next endeavor, independent film company Footage Film Studios. In 2015, Houston once again teamed up with Chris Stokes to launch the studio, which primarily focuses on digital TV and film. The self-proclaimed Tubi King has had numerous projects, like Howard High and The Stepmother, premiere on the free streaming service Tubi. As a writer, Houston told Rated R&B that this still allowed him to entertain the masses without being on screen, an issue he's always struggled with despite being a successful child star. He revealed, "When you create art through film and television, you have a way to be creative, be in entertainment, and do kind of like the same things. You're just not out in the forefront. I've never really been the kind of person that loves to be out in the forefront."
We can't have Marques on the show and not say, "Go home, Roger!"
After Sister Sister, Marques Houston, Tia and Tamera Mowry all parted ways to achieve great success. While Tia found more sitcom roles through The Game, Instant Mom, and Family Reunion, Tamera became a co-host of the daytime talk show The Real. Given Tamera's platform, it was only a matter of time before she'd organize a get-together with all of her castmates from the beloved franchise. This became a reality in 2015, when Houston appeared on the show to reconnect with his old co-stars.
We actually have a nickname for each other.
Uh-oh.
I want to know
this?
if do you still remember it? Well,
In true fan service fashion, The Real held a Sister Sister special episode in 2017, where Tia and Tamera fielded trivia questions from the show. With the help of Lonnie Love, Houston surprised the twins for the special and read questions for the girls to answer. Despite their time together on Sister Sister being relatively short-lived, the three never lost their magical chemistry with each other. In a 2022 interview with KTLA, Houston revealed that he and the twins are still relatively close to each other. He stated, "We're all married, we all have families now, we all continue to text each other and keep in touch. We're actually planning something where we all want to kind of go get our families together and hang out soon." Unlike the name of his boy band, Marques Houston has since grown into a mature adult following his departure from Sister Sister. After acquiring numerous accolades in the film and music industry, it appears that Marques has become quite the family man as well. After months of seamlessly hiding the news from the general public, Marques and his wife Maya Houston took to Instagram to announce the birth of their daughter, Zara Houston. Marques wrote in a caption, "Welcome to the world, baby Zara. Daddy loves you. And to my baby mama, Maya Houston, I love you." In a 2022 interview with People magazine, Marques gushed over his daddy duties and declared his intentions on who he wants to be as a parent. With Marques' musical background, we wouldn't be surprised to see Zara follow in her father's footsteps once she's older. Nonetheless, the doting father revealed that his main priority is being a supportive parent. He told the publication, "I want Zara to be able to carve out an interest in life early, and whatever that may be, I want to be able to support her if it's the right thing to support. I just want to be sure that I'm a great father, that I raise her well with all the spiritual values that I was raised with." His quest to fatherhood didn't stop there, as in September 2023, Marques informed his Instagram followers that he and his wife were expecting yet again. Despite Marques Houston's ever-growing career as an entrepreneur, film producer, and musician, darker details regarding his time in the entertainment industry began to surface. Due to his connection with Chris Stokes, it has been stated by former B2K member Demario "Raz B. Thornton that the two have allegedly engaged in sexually abusive behaviors toward him and other young artists. While Houston firmly denied those claims and filed a restraining order against Raz B, these allegations have been a hanging cloud over his public identity. The matter only got worse in 2023 when he defended the age gap between him and his wife, Maya Houston. In an episode of TV1 TV's Uncensored, Marques discussed meeting his future wife at a Jehovah's Witness group event.
When I met my wife, she was 17. So, we had no really conversation and no really connection until, she was of age.
Due to his prior allegations, details of the 42-year-old's relationship with his 23-year-old wife didn't help the narrative. Instead, it caused fans and publications to accuse the R&B singer of grooming. Within the same year, Marques ran into TMZ and publicly defended his relationship, stating, "She keeps me young and fresh. What can I say? We have a love that people don't really understand, and I don't really care to explain it. It's what it is." During the height of his portrayal of Roger in Sister Sister, Marques Houston was worried about how his character on the show would affect his musical identity. Despite his lingering fears, Houston continued to thrive as an R&B singer for over 10 years after finding sitcom success. His fans, however, didn't know that his 2013 album Famous would be the last time they'd hear from the That Girl singer for a while. Considering how active he has been curating to-be-featured films, it's understandable why he took a well-deserved break from music. Fortunately, this didn't last forever, as in 2015, 2022, Houston made his long-awaited return and released a full-length studio album titled Me. The album's success caused Houston to release a deluxe edition and later an EP titled Me, Dark Water. In an interview with Rated R&B in 2023, Houston explained the reasoning for his return and what influenced him to do so. I would say the inspiration definitely came from my wife and my daughter, just beginning a new chapter in life, being married, and going through that new phase of myself dealing with life in a different aspect. The singer further explained that he also had friends and fans to thank for the return, saying, "Couple that with the fact that I would get a lot of messages and DMs like, 'Man, we need you back. We miss your music.' Just everything kind of compelled me to get back in the studio."